Good morning, private practice success community. Gerda Muller here, clinical psychologist, fellow group private practice owner of the Psych professionals, and of course your private practice success business coach and mentor. And look at me, I am so proud of myself on my morning run. Can you see this wooden fence? Can you see this? I have gone where no Gerda Muller has ever gone before, straight to the end of the estate. And I'm very, very proud of myself, but it was very tricky, more than usual, because of certain things that I've done. And that's what I want to share with you. Hey Amanda, how's things going on the Gold Coast? I have just come to the halfway end of my morning run. Hey Susie, hey Stacy. Welcome everybody. I am actually super impressed that I actually have internet right here where I am. Very impressed. Hey Michelle, how are you going? So, a bit of a lesson on biofeedback. If you use biofeedback in your practice, let me know. I would be very interested to hear that. So my feedback is this, and what I will say is no, I did not use any fancy contraptions other than my Apple Watch, but I am listening to my own self-biofeedback in terms of how I feel, and I can tell you there's most certainly a direct correlation between my performance on my morning run and, wait for it, number one, how well I slept the night before, how much sleep I got, and what I ate the day before. For example, if you're going to eat a whole slab of Cadbury mint bubbles, then you're going to suffer the next morning on your morning run, Gerda. You're going to suffer. All right, it's going to be harder than normal. So life is about choices, right? Life is about choices and consequences, and we need to be aware of all those things. Everything is a choice, everything is a consequence. But you know what? I'm still out here. I still went further, straight to the border of the estate than I normally go. Yes, it took me longer. There was a bit more walking than running, but I got there in the end, because that's who I am. I like a challenge. I'm at my best when I'm being challenged. It's very easy for me to get comfortable. I'm one of those people that are motivated more by pain than by pleasure, right? Because I find pleasure in, my everyday life very easily. I think I'm easy to please. But when I'm in what constitutes pain for me, that's when I'm at my best. That's when my fighting spirit kicks in. But what I also know is this, that unless I'm out here doing my thing, getting out in nature, moving my body, having a walk, having a run, that I'm not at my best, right? So I really want to encourage you to consider, what do you need to do to be at your best during a time when there's so much dragging our souls down, right? That's just dragging you down mentally, emotionally, and physically. It is so much more important to do what helps you, what lights you up, right? Just gonna stop here. And so important to do that. Hey Lee, how are you going? Hey Naomi. And I've spoken to so many practice owners of last week, and some people are doing like 10, 12, even 18-hour days, right? Spending a lot of this in front of a computer screen at a desk. And I've been there. That was me in 2008, 2009, during the global financial crisis. And the thing about crises like that one and the one we're going through right now is it teaches you so much. I know it's hard to see right now, but it teaches us so much. And I really feel that the GFC has taught me a lot of skills that I'm utilizing right now. Yes, it took more than a decade before I could realize I'm going to need those skills again, but it's here, right? And what I know is this, that doing 10, 12, 14, 16, 18-hour days might make your logical brain judge yourself as, you're working hard to get through this. But if those hours ain't productive, it's a waste of your time and it's just a further drain on your body, right? And for me, being out here where I am now, doing my morning run, I can't tell you how much thinking I do here. I do all my reflection, all my thinking, and then my decision making right here. We need to step out of that box of thinking that you only work when you're sitting at your desk. No, right? And I would rather be here by myself running than trying to do my thinking, cooking dinner, or doing stuff like that, because then I will snap at my kids because they interrupt my thinking, right? So when I'm out here running, it is really my time, and we all need to deserve our time. Are you on your walk, Tani? That's awesome. And I am very protective of this time. Like a couple of times my boys would come with me on their bicycles, but I'm still in my head because it's very safe here. There's almost no cars, right? And it's in a gated estate. So it's very safe. They do their thing. So they're not really interrupting my time, so to speak. And a lot of us feel guilty having this time, but you know what? You need it. You need it. To hell with the guilt. To hell with the guilt. We've got enough parental and mother and dad guilt already. Fuck that, I say. Fuck that. You need this time to think, right? To make decisions. And you know what? When I'm out here running and I don't have all the other distractions, I don't have my 1,269 item to-do list lying in front of me going, hey, here we are, you still need to deal with us. I'm way more effective in making decisions. I come up with more creative solutions. I think of stuff I would not have thought of otherwise. And it's probably the most flipping productive hour of my day. Okay, today it will probably be an hour and 20 minutes. But it's probably the most productive time in my day, right here. And you know what? When I'm here, I'm looking after my physical health. I'm looking after myself mentally. My introvert is having time out because both my two boys and my hubbies are extrovert. They always talking, and they're always talking so loudly. And they want to have conversations the whole time. And I'm an introvert. I need my space. So it's about being self-aware, right? So my introvert is getting a recharge, and I'm making so many decisions, so many stuff. So please, don't be a slave to your desk. Your brain might tell you that that's what you need, but that's not really what you need. Because I can tell you, you can be so much more productive when you look after other parts of your life as well. So it's really about finding what that is for you. It doesn't have to be a run. Maybe you hate running. That's okay. I really try to love yoga, but I don't. It hurts my palms, and I'm not strong enough, and it takes so long. I find it very boring. But I really worked hard to try and love yoga. It just didn't work, right? It just doesn't work for me. So running might not be your thing. Find your thing. Maybe you do your best thinking while doing yoga. Maybe you need a clear brain to think. Self-awareness is going to be so important right now to get you through this to the other side without burning out. The worst thing that can happen to you is not you losing your business. That's not the worst. The worst thing that can happen to you is you burning out, you having a mental breakdown. You cannot afford that, right? I always tell myself, what's worst case scenario for me? And I feel so blessed that I am a clinical psychologist. Worst case scenario would be for me to go back as a solo practitioner and just, bulk bill, working full time. That's not that bad. I can do that. So I'm not scared of worst case scenario. right? I'm not scared of it. But I don't want to get there, obviously. But it's like, okay, that's worst case. Okay, I can live with that. That won't kill me. That would be perfectly fine. I'll still get to help people. I still get to do my passion work. So now that I know what worst case is for me, let's get on with business. Let's get on with looking after where the business is right now, where the practice is right now, but also let's get on with looking after me. Because worst case scenario is us, the helpers, having our own mental breakdowns. Because then we can't help shit, right? We can't help no one. Well, we can't do shit, we can't help no one, right? You don't want that. And burnout recovery, for most people, takes at least 6 months. Let's not let that happen. So become self-aware. Be honest with what it is that you need to get through this. And then you make sure that you get that. You make sure that you plan it out. That's up to you. No one else can do that for you. I can't do it for you. Your hubby can't do it for you. Your wife can't do it for you. Your kids can't do it for you. And you need nobody's permission other than your own. Okay, so stop asking other people for permission. You are the one that needs to give it for yourself. If you're going to wait for other people to give you that permission, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Take control. Take charge. Okay? That's who you are. Be self-aware. And you know what? At the end of the day, when you do all of that, everybody benefits. Now get out there. Take Monday by the balls. Take the week by the balls. And do what you do best. And remember, as always, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. Bye for now.